As gentle sunlight drifts through lace curtains, this cozy cottage begins to awaken. The soft blush of dawn brushes against weathered red shutters, while ivy quietly climbs the stone walls, inviting you closer. You can already feel the warmth of time-worn wood floors and the faint scent of roses in the air, as if this little home has been waiting just for you. Inside, every corner of Crimson Charm feels like a soft hug from an old friend. The interiors are bathed in soft, natural light, revealing layered textures of linen, lace, and aged paint. Nothing here feels too perfect. It's the imperfections that tell the story of a life lived slowly and lovingly in this cottage. If you're new to Dreamy Decor, we create beautiful, personalized spaces with budget-friendly design and easy DIY projects. Subscribe so you never miss another cozy home tour, and leave a comment telling us what room you'd love to recreate first. Your likes and comments help others discover this little crimson cottage too. The front of Crimson Charm feels like a soft invitation to step into a story. Soft crimson shutters frame the weathered stone facade, contrasted beautifully against faded cream walls and climbing ivy that gently hugs each corner. A small stone path lined with crushed petals and wild herbs leads to the entrance, where a vintage lantern glows softly even in daylight. Potted geraniums and old tin pots add a splash of fiery red, mirroring the cottage's crimson charm. As the camera glides along the wide exterior shot, you can imagine morning tea on the low stone step, watching birds flit between the eaves. The crimson shutters don't feel bold here. They feel comforting, like a favorite old cardigan you've worn for years. The front porch of Crimson Charm feels like a soft pause between the rushing outside world and the quiet interior. Woven wicker chairs, draped with soft cream throws, sit beside a small wooden table already set with a chipped enamel teapot and mismatched cups. The scent of coffee and fresh rain lingers in the air, and the light feels slower here, softer, as if time expands. Wooden beams overhead are painted in a soft white, with a simple crimson-tinted lantern hanging in the center, casting a gentle glow even during daylight. A small potted rose bush leans toward the sunlight, its petals blushing with the same crimson tones as the cottage. As the camera pans across the wide porch shot, you can imagine curling up here with a book, wrapped in a soft shawl, listening to the distant chirping of birds and the soft creak of the chair. The breeze carries the faint rustle of ivy leaves and the whisper of linen curtains through the open window. The entryway of Crimson Charm feels like the first deep breath after stepping inside. A small wooden bench with a patchwork cushion stands beneath a weathered mirror, reflecting the soft light from the window above. The walls are painted in a soft cream, with a thin crimson-tinted trim that quietly echoes the cottage's exterior. A vintage hook rail holds a faded cardigan, a scarf, and a wide-brimmed hat, all suggesting a life lived close to nature. As the camera glides through this wide entry shot, the space feels both humble and welcoming, not grand but full of heart. A small vase of dried wildflowers sits on a bench, catching the light with their delicate stems. The living room of Crimson Charm feels like the quiet heart of the cottage, where every afternoon seems worth slowing down. A soft floral print sofa in cream and blush sits on a faded rug, its cushions gently sunken from years of use. Crimson-accented throw pillows and a knitted blanket add splashes of warmth against the soft backdrop, inviting you to sit, stay, and linger. Old wooden shelves lean against one wall, holding mismatched ceramics, vintage books, and a small stack of recipe cards tied with twine. A low side table carries a stack of well-read novels, a small potted rose, and a tarnished brass lamp that glows with a soft golden light. As the camera sweeps across this wide living room shot, the space feels both cozy and lived in, like a story paused mid-chapter. A crocheted throw drapes over the arm of the sofa, and a wooden rocking chair sits in the corner, waiting for someone to pick up a book or simply watch the world outside. Nestled in one corner of Crimson Charm is a small crimson accent nook that feels like a secret escape within the cottage. A narrow wooden armchair in a soft cream finish sits beside a small table dressed in a vintage lace cloth. A single crimson cushion on the chair and a small velvet runner on the table echo the warmth of the cottage's exterior, grounding the space in its signature color. A small lamp with a frosted glass shade glows softly, casting a warm circle of light around an open book and a steaming mug. The wall behind is painted in a pale cream, with a simple framed botanical print and a small wreath of dried flowers. As the camera glides through this wide Nook shot, the scene feels intimate yet cinematic, like a still from a tender film. Light highlights the texture of the velvet runner and the delicate lace on the table, while the crimson accents pull the eye gently but never overwhelm. The kitchen of Crimson Charm feels like a place where meals are made with love and stories are shared over steaming cups. Cream-painted cabinetry with chipped edges and visible grain lines lines the walls, while a small wooden table sits beneath a window filled with herbs and tiny jars of preserves. On the countertop, a collection of vintage enamelware and mismatched ceramic bowls adds a warm, lived-in charm. A simple crimson runner on the table ties the space back to the cottage's theme, linking it to the shutters and cushions outside. As the camera glides through this wide kitchen shot, every detail feels intentional and gently imperfect. Open shelves display hand-painted mugs and jars of dried herbs, while a small bouquet of wildflowers in a chipped jug adds a touch of soft color. The dining area of Crimson Charm feels like a stage for quiet conversations and shared meals. A sturdy wooden table, slightly worn and softened by time, sits beneath a simple wrought iron chandelier with tiny candles flickering gently. Subtle crimson accents appear in a small runner, a set of napkins, or a single floral centerpiece, tying the room to the cottage's overall theme. A basket of fresh bread sits on one side of the table, while a stack of vintage plates and a simple pitcher of water rest at the other. As the camera glides through this wide dining shot, the scene feels charming yet unpretentious, full of soft textures and gentle light. The flicker of the candles casts delicate shadows on the wooden walls, while the linen table runner shows the soft wrinkles of everyday use. The bedroom of crimson charm feels like a gentle retreat at the end of a long, quiet day. A wrought iron bed frame stands against a soft cream wall, draped in layers of linen and lace, with a crimson-tinted quilt folded at the foot. Floor-length curtains filter the morning light, casting a soft glow across the wooden floorboards and adding a touch of romance to the space. A small rug sits beside the bed, its faded pattern echoing the same floral tones as the quilt. As the camera glides through this wide bedroom shot, the space feels both cozy and elegant in its simplicity. A small vase of dried lavender on the nightstand adds a gentle scent, while a couple of vintage books stand on the shelf nearby. Near the bedroom window sits a delicate crimson reading corner that feels like a haven for quiet afternoons. A small armchair in cream fabric, slightly worn and inviting, sits beside a low table laden with stacks of well-loved books and a small potted plant. A crimson-tinted blanket is folded neatly over the arm of the chair, ready to wrap around you when the air turns cool. A slim floor lamp with a soft shade casts a warm pool of light over the pages, creating a cozy circle where the world outside feels gently distant. The window behind offers a soft view of the ivy-clad wall and the sky, turning the reading corner into a natural frame of stillness. As the camera glides through this wide reading corner shot, every detail feels tender and inviting. The crimson accents appear in the blanket, a small decorative pillow, and the spines of a few books, harmonizing with the cottage's color story. Crimson Charm also reveals the power of simple, budget-friendly DIY touches that bring this cottage to life. A reclaimed wooden shelf, lightly sanded and painted in soft cream, now holds a collection of vintage jars and small ceramic vases. A chipped table leg has been lovingly repaired and repainted, turned into a charming side table for a small lamp and a cup of tea. A small swatch of lace fabric, repurposed from an old curtain, now lines a small wooden tray, giving it a fresh cottagecore feel. As the camera glides through this wide DIY corner shot, the space feels both practical and inspiring. The tools lie quietly in the background while the results speak more clearly. A mended table, a painted shelf, a repurposed vase. As our journey through Crimson Charm comes to a gentle close, this cozy shabby chic cottage feels less like a place and more like a feeling. The soft cream walls, the crimson accents, and the quiet textures of linen would all come together into a space that feels both nostalgic and comforting. It's the kind of home that invites slow mornings, deep conversations, and long evenings spent in simple comfort. If you enjoyed this cozy cottage tour, please subscribe to Dreamy Decor so you never miss another budget-friendly makeover or DIY project. Like this video if the Crimson Charm inspired your own space, and tell us in the comments what small detail you'd recreate first, whether it's a crimson accent pillow, a rustic reading nook, or a simple DIY shelf. As the camera glides through one final wide shot of the cottage, the light softens and the air feels still. Crimson Charm may be just one home, but it hopes to inspire many more cozy corners, big or small, in your own life. Thank you for joining us on this slow, gentle journey through a cottage that feels like it was always meant to be home.